Hurry up and wait.
No, seriously, everybody thinks we joke around about that, but I think no matter what year you served in, we all know that when the commander sends something down for formation at 1000, we're lining up at 0700 because as it goes downhill, they want to make sure we're all there on time. And I mean, there was a lot of games, but I think it kind of taught us who we were and what we did while we were in. Did you guys not agree with that?
Yeah, well, patience. Yeah.
Okay, now you never got married or anything when you were in. And then was your mom worried that about you and hearing and stuff?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Mom, I'm 2 doors down. I miss you. You're gonna get killed.
She was really happy when I got her.
And now you live in Quincy trying to get your life back together. Like a lot of guys, me too.
Yeah.
I met Nathan over at a trucking company. He went over there and been friends with him ever since. And I know a lot of guys, they're always looking for something. Now last night we had a military takeover night of Native Wings, and there was a few of us there. And everybody was just talking. There was no requirements on anybody. You know what I'm saying? We just went and had a good time. I know when guys get together, they talk a lot easier and stuff like that. So, just start with you, Luke. What are some memories? I mean, literally, just what are some things that you remember that when you were in, what you did? What are some fun things you did with the guys? What are some funny moments that, oh my God, I can't believe that we did this and everything else?
Well,
won't say the guy's name, like running a bike up a flagpole. Going streaking through the quads.
no.
Rappelling off the... rappelling from the 3rd floor of the barracks.
No, we didn't repel off first floor there.
Calling Domino's and giving him a GPS coordinate where you're at so you can get food out in the field.
Yeah, do that. Try climbing up the barracks. Go to the 3rd floor. Or the roof. We just running PT in Typhoon, or actually running a physical fitness test in a typhoon. You're trying to run against typhoon force winds. You're not making your time. Yeah, that was Okinawa. Yes, that was fun. Then when I was stationed down at Camp Jansen in Okinawa, the wind was blowing just right. You get the smell from the crematorium that was just outside the base, where the Japanese would cremate their loved ones after they passed away. The wind was just right. The smoke would blow back on base. Smell that. Just the visiting the different countries was a unique experience.
Why? One of the things that a lot of people know about you, I know that you were the commandant of the Marine Corps League on Jansen Detachment 790. Why do you continue doing stuff for the military? Why do you continue doing all the parades that you do and volunteering with all the different... I mean, why are you doing all that? I mean, I know you're out now and you miss it, but I mean, what's your... Why? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, oh, they think they got to do... But you're one of the very few people that know you don't have to do nothing when you get out. You don't have to do anything when you get out.
Yeah.
But why do you continue doing all that?
Well, it's one... when you first get out, you don't want to be a lot of guys. I don't want to be around any military, be around anyone like that. I want to forget about all that shit. But then after a little while, you start to realize, you miss being around guys like that. And my dad was World War II veteran. I knew a lot of guys who were World War II or Korea, a few Vietnam veterans. You just realize, you see some of them get together, and you realize you got to get back. You got to get together. You got to talk. It's the only way you can help each other out.
A because I know that you're probably one of the calmer of the guys I know compared to dealing with everything. There's a lot of us, not going to mention any names, Jesus Delgado. Chris, not going to mention any names, Chris, Jesus Delgado. Oh, wait a minute, I mentioned names, darn it. Who we still have that kind of edge to us, like if somebody said, you know, we kind of want to still snap back, you know, but you kind of seem to have lost that quick.
Well,
you use diplomacy over.
It's the thing. If they don't know you, it's to keep people off guard. Because right now, you know, I can like that. I can go right back to snapping right back at someone. It's just you just take a look at it and see, hey, you know, I don't have to jump right back into someone's face. I'm going to try to use tact, try to get out of the situation, or talk to them about it, and then, you know, if they don't want to be that way, then I can change.
I know a lot of people when they see us do stuff like that snap back, they think we're insulting when we have jokes against other. But a lot of people, I think a lot of civilians, a lot of people that didn't spend as much time in the military sometimes don't always understand it. That's how we actually talk. We have our own talk. Military, doesn't matter what branch. If we serve, like I said, I understand Nathan's the youngest one here. I kind of come in the middle, and you're the oldest one. And we're going to do some Army guys, Navy guys later on. Not today, but later on. I know a lot of people. It's funny because we will put like jokes online, you know, and we have jokes like Poe. They don't always understand our jokes, and all of a sudden they're going to defend somebody, and we're kind of laughing. I'm like, you just have no clue. That's our way of actually talking to each other. It's our way of actually communicating. And if we don't talk that way to each other, then we question, what did you actually do when you were in? What, you know, especially with Vietnam vets and everything else, these guys had it. They were in hell, and not all of them we understand. I think another thing is a lot of people understand there's a lot of support structures for everybody that actually deploys and stuff, and that's not a bad thing. But people, they still want to do the jokes, but they're afraid if they do the jokes, they haven't earned them when actually they have. The jokes are about a community, a tight-knit community, men and women in the military, to where there is no sexism, there is no insulting. It's all just banter back and forth to show, you know, I was in, you were in, these are the jokes, we all have stories.
Camaraderie.
Right. And we all work together now. Nathan, we're going to move on to you real quick here. Sure. I know I'm kind of, like I said, today's pilot for all this, but you're coming of age right now, I guess you could say, is I noticed with your age and everything else, and sometimes I forget how young you are. Coming out, that's not a bad thing. I mean, I know you've always been awesome to me. You always came out, and you've always come and helped when we've asked you. You've always done different things. And I know you're not at the level for the time that like somebody like Luke has been out, or myself. But what do you feel now when you first got out of the Marine Corps? You know, all past stuff set aside. When you first got out and everything else, you know, what were your feelings? Like he said, you know, I don't want to get around any of these guys. I can't stand anybody. What about you? I mean, how did you feel when you got out? Because you probably have a little bit better memory than we do of when you got out. Because I remember when I got out, I didn't want to be around anybody. I got sick of Marines. I got sick and tired, and I realized there was none around anymore.
Yeah.
But how are you getting around? Because you came all the way from Oregon to the middle of the United States, to the Midwest, into Quincy, Illinois. I mean, what's your initial reaction? Because you still have that first knee-jerk reaction on, you know, what is it? What's in your mind? What's going through your head?
It was similar for me, but I was really, really tight with some of the guys I was with. So I honestly missed them when I got out, but I didn't miss the Marine Corps itself. I was like, anything Marine Corps associated, I'm like, push away. I'm like, I'm done with you.
Foo games instead of the fucking games.
I'm like, we're done here. But as I go on, like, those feelings have subsided, and I'm a little more like, okay, it's all right. Like, it is what it is. I enjoy my time.
Are you missing the guys more and more now? Because you got so used to being like,
oh, yeah. It's like you're bored. You can walk one door over, and you have a friend that you can just hang out with. You always had someone you could do something with. So it's definitely different getting out. You don't have that at all.
I always like to give examples so it gets into you guys' heads so you guys can throw it back at me. My example best would be we're at home all the way through high school with our siblings. I've got an older sister. I love her to death. She's probably one of the greatest people I know. But man, did I want to get away from her. I couldn't stand her or anything else. I wanted to strangle her half the time. I know it's her little brother. She wanted to strangle me almost all the time. And I know once I got it and everything else, you know, I was like, hey, yeah, I'm away from my family. I'm doing pretty good. And all of a sudden I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Where's my big sis? Oh my God, where's my mom? Where's my dad? Where are my friends I was with all the time that I couldn't, you know, I got sick of the groups and the cliques and stuff in high school, but then when I got in the Marine Corps, I started missing them. Then I realized when I got out of the Marine Corps, I started feeling the same way about, and it's like everybody in my platoon or my company, I was the 2nd Battalion, 8th Marines. I was in Echo, but then I switched over to Gulf after my last year then. I actually started missing all the guys and everything, including all the first sergeants and everything else, because it was kind of like they always had our back. It's like all of a sudden you realize they weren't, you know, we may have not been the nicest to each other, but I could always count them. We may have not been the nicest to each other, but when we went out somewhere, we did it with each other. And all of a sudden I started missing that camaraderie. Yeah. Let's say you, what's up with me?
What's your question?
Just when I told you that, what went through your mind? Like, you know, all of a sudden I compared it to a sibling. You know, we got out and all of a sudden, and I do notice that growing up, whether everybody's military or not, a lot of times when they get away from their siblings going to college or anything else, you know, when they come back, their bonds with their siblings are a lot tighter.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Because they, like, but you know, when you're around people and you smell them 24 hours a day, well, I'll have to go into ship life a little bit later, but I mean, you know, when you're eyeball to elbow and the guy stinks getting you in trouble and you have somebody to blame, you always blame that guy next to you, not realizing we're all getting each other in trouble. But we want to blame, oh my God, why can't you go faster? Why can't you shoot right? Why didn't you field day right? By the way, field day is every Thursday. I hate field day. I hate field days.
Yeah.
You clean every field day. That thing, you had field day, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You used to wax on your floor?
We had to search and iron our sheets. So we had, but yeah, like you said, like even looking back at the guys that pissed you off when you're in, you look back and they're like funny memories. Like we had this master sergeant, this guy was he's mean. He's sitting in a radio tower with him. We had to turn around and he's eating an orange rind and everything, and staring out the window. And I started, you okay? You know you're supposed to peel the orange, the nutrients or the. It just keeps me like, all right, keep going, buddy. Like stuff like that. He was a mean guy. But like looking back, I'm like that was hilarious, you know. And I did definitely when I grown up, I didn't get along with my family super well. I was definitely made a lot of discourse happen between my siblings and my parents. So when I got out, the bond was straight. Whenever I came home, you know, just being away, we were able to rebuild those relationships, and now we're all very, very close. I don't want to say because I was gone, but partially because I was gone.
You remember when you said that Master Sergeant, you guys remember what the movie Friday was? The next Friday and Friday after next? Yeah. You remember Debo on the Friday, the very first one, really big guy, shaved head, went around beating everybody up, just huge. We had one of these days, I hope I can get a couple of my guys on my company, but we had a guy by the name of Staff Sergeant Stewart. We had a Debo. This dude was scary as heck, nothing but solid muscle, and he was a drill instructor, came off the field when we got him to fleet, and he really was a Debo, so he got nicknamed Debo. And probably the nicest guy in the world, but we were terrified of this guy. Because he looked exactly like, all you had to do was put the overalls on him, he'd be a spitting image of that guy, Debo. I think it was the guy off of, remember with Hulk Hogan that had that movie, where he went in and wrestled this big guy, that was Debo. The old movie, but the guy pain. The guy couldn't be beaten. Yeah. And Hulk Hogan, yeah, that was Debo. That was another role he played. I can't think of the movie now. So what about you? Let's go over to Luke here, and your thoughts now.
All right.
On that stuff.
I don't know. I missed my family when I first got in, but then you know, the Marines I was with, you know, formed another family, and got out. You know, I missed them, but my brother and I we're still really tight. My brother was in the Army. He flew OH-58, Desert Storm. We were 25 miles apart at one time. Both of us was there. So, and I still kid him about flying in the air. So. Oh, he wears the aviator sunglasses. his hair is nicely combed and that, just like a pilot would.
Let me close with the last two questions, and I think they're kind of important. And I think it goes towards pros and cons. We're in a day and age right now to where, we have all the help in the world we need and everything else. Man, if you could look back on your former self and if you ever went through depression or something, or even the positive stuff, first off, is there anything that you would have changed differently on your approach? Second, what would you tell some of these guys that are getting out, they're out or going in, to try to convince them that what they're doing is important? That, I don't know how exactly to word this question because I didn't think too much of it except for right now, because we know right now we have the PTSD. And we know that we've had a group of people have committed suicide. Glenn Myers is one of them. And, we can't glorify suicide. We cannot sit there and give awards for people committing suicide because we all know it's a cowardly act. But we also know that guys are going through a lot. Go with whatever pops in your head on answering whatever kind of question I just threw out there at you. We'll start with Luke. Give me a couple goods and a couple cons, and then give me maybe some ideas on a solution, and then Nathan will go over to you with it. And I know that's not really a question, but maybe you can understand what I'm trying to say here. Because there's a lot of military out there, it doesn't matter what branch, they are going through issues. They are taking all those medications. They are looking at all the negative stuff on TV nowadays. They are not getting out and about. I mean, give me some pros, give me some cons, give me some solutions.
Well, you get out, you gotta.
You think as a Marine we should swim across the lake to help him?
I don't know.
Maybe your dad. He could swim with it.
Well, I think the other little kid in the shirt, the one without the shirt, he did something.
Okay. Anyway, back to what we're doing. Sorry about that. We heard a kid crying, and all of us were like, "Are you okay?" But the mom's coming. I don't see no blood or broken.
I don't know what he did. Well, you got to keep a positive attitude when you get out. You got to, hey, I'm gonna go home, get a job. Unless you got married while you were in the service, you need to go home. Find a place for your family. Think positive. You got to keep that positive attitude going. Because you got people that depend on you. You depend on yourself too. You get depressed. Some people can get out of it. Other people can't. And then I don't know really. Get into depression, it's hard to get out.
Give me some positives of your experiences, and give me some positives things that you've done that just made your life like, wow, I'm really glad I did this. This is freaking awesome. Besides meeting me, which we all know you both that was your highlight of your entire life, right? We all know we can never get away from Jeff and everything I do, but I mean,
probably coming back home, starting family up back here, and just trying to live life. Try to experience some new things every now and then. Think about.
I do have one more question, and I just thought of it. If you did not join the military, how much different do you think your life would be? Do you think it kept you doing what you do best?
Yeah, I would. I don't know what I would have done had I not joined. I may have joined maybe a couple years later, but right off, really didn't have. There wasn't really anything here in Quincy really decent to do at that time. 70s. There was a couple of manufacturing locations that were probably could have got started into it. If I stayed with them, would have been something. But Quincy wasn't really doing it, starting to die, and I figured, didn't want to sit and burden my parents with college, and to pay that college funds, so I went in the military.
Makes sense. Nathan, your turn, buddy. So, you remember everything we just said, or
Yeah.
you over there kind of forgot everything because you're staring off into space? Was just like, okay, man, you just keep going on.
Yeah, for the people going in, people in, and people getting out, the community you build doesn't go away. You can let it go away, but it doesn't really. It's always there. The friends you make, they may not physically be there, but you can always reconnect with them. Like that community you build is always going to be there. And secondly, when you get out, like really surround yourself by positive people. That makes a huge difference. I definitely pulled into a shell when I got out. Sort of showing myself when I got out. I did the same thing Jeff was talking about. I sloped off by myself and I drank. I did all kinds of things. You surround yourself by people that lift you up, and it will help you immensely. It really does make a huge difference. Surrounding yourself with people who are positive and want to see you do better. They'll push you, and you'll become that person somewhere else.
What about you? If you didn't join the military, what would you be today?
I was a troublemaker before the military, so the military definitely put me on the correct path, because I was not going down a good path. So without the military, I have no idea where I'd be. I'm very glad I went in, because it definitely taught me a lot that I use in life today. And we just talk about patience earlier. Like being to sit there for hours for no reason. I mean, as irritating as I was, I'm like, lying at the DMV, that doesn't bug me. I'm like, whatever, I've done worse. I have stuff to read here at least. So yeah, I'm definitely glad I went in. That was the thing. And I don't know where I'd be without, if I hadn't.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys' time and everything else, and I know that you guys got places to be, and we're going to do this now. If I do these a couple more times, you guys are more than welcome to come out, and I'll tell you guys when we're going to do them again. I'm going to have a couple Army, and we're going to keep doing this and talk to different guys. But the more people we get, it's kind of like a round table. Just talk about whatever, because I think that's kind of the thing it is, and if people want to watch, they can. If they don't, who cares?
Yeah.
Because I think that there's a lot of people out there just want to know there's other people just like them. There's, So, but anyway, I appreciate you guys coming out today, and I hope you guys have a good time. You need to get back to doing whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Nathan, you got to go back to your bed and sleep, and I will turn off all these other ones, and I appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Jeff.
If it still is recording. Oh, it says reconnecting, so.
Oh, boy. See you later.
This one might be the only one that got everything.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Oh, that one quit recording, too. I had the one in the middle going, now we're good. I love these guys. These guys are great.